I wanted to make this video on how to replace an RV analog thermostat with a digital one. I've got a 2022 model. It came with the Coleman Mac. Pretty good thermostat, but I'm a tech guy, so I wanted something more advanced. This one has 6 wires. Not an HVAC guy, have no idea how to hook this stuff up. I've replaced thermostats before, and it's pretty simple. You just disconnect the old one, wire it exactly the same one with the new one. But with an RV, it is different, and I found it very confusing. The original one has 6 wires. I watched a lot of videos that talk about not using the gray wire, which is your low fan speed, and I agree with that. But they also say don't use the blue wire, which I do not agree with. I think that works fine with some digital thermostats, such as Honeywell, but with the one that I bought, turns out that I didn't need the blue wire. Blue wire is common. This thermostat needs a common in order to work. Didn't know I had a common, so I did buy a thermostat that didn't necessarily have to have the common. It has a USB power port that I could plug into the wall to power this, so it would still work without a common. Some things that I found confusing were on this thermostat, there is a voltage power supply for the air conditioner here, voltage power supply for the heater here. This one is the common. This is yellow, which is, I believe, your AC. This one is the odd one, which is a WE, and this is where I ended up connecting the blue wire. I don't realize it's white here, but it is the white wire. The white wire goes to the heater. Originally, I had that connected to the red heater, which made sense to me because that would be the power supply for the heater. As it turns out, instead, you use a jumper to jump the power supply for the AC to the power supply for the heater, and the white wire goes to this WE spot, which I thought was odd because I thought that was for the stage 1 of a heat pump. The green wire is for the fan high. And then, like I said before, this black wire is actually the blue wire, and that's the common. So the jumper was really important. That's what did it. When I had the heater power wire, which I thought was the power wire, maybe it is, I'm not sure, but it is connected to the W. I did have it connected to the red heater, and instead of the furnace kicking on, the AC fan kicked on after about 3 minutes. Did not run the AC, it never got cool, just ran the fan. So that is how the wiring should be. I do agree the gray low fan does not need to be connected. I'm going to go ahead and put the controller on. I should have the power turned off, but this has a DIN plug, so it should work fine. The wires are separated properly. So, one other thing I want to mention is I noticed a lot of videos talking about the RV heater being a heat pump. Don't believe that's the case. I think all RV heaters are either solely propane or they are dual power. They can be propane or electric. In my situation, it is solely propane, unfortunately. But I do want to mention a setting on this particular thermostat that I found odd, and it messed things up for me. I did not have it set properly. So you go into the settings, you go into the advanced setting, and then equipment setup. Oh, I'm sorry, not equipment setup, equipment type. And you got all kinds of options here, and you do not choose heat pump. You choose gas, oil, furnace. Electric might work, I don't know. I don't think it does, but I did choose gas, oil, furnace, and everything's working fine. But you want to go into the setup and the stage. Of course, you want everything on one stage. The item that is odd is when you go into the setup on the fan control, it has two options: allow the application to control the fan, or allow the thermostat to control the fan. Now, this particular thermostat is Alexa, Google, Wi-Fi. So I can control it with an application on my phone. So I didn't understand why I wouldn't want to allow the application to control the fan. I want the thermostat to control the fan and the application to control the fan, but fine without using the application, so I set it to allow the thermostat to control the fan. Well, that doesn't work. You have to set it to allow the application to control the fan, and it's not the application. That term is incorrect. It should say allow the appliance to control the fan, which is the heater, and it should control the fan, correct? Because when you turn on the heater, the fan shouldn't necessarily kick on initially until the furnace heats up, but with an RV it does kick on initially. But it does continue to run after the gas has been shut off and it's no longer providing an instant heat. Instead, it has a residual heat. So the fan continues to run until the heat runs out and then it shuts off. So you want it set to allow the application to control the fan, which, like I said, should say allow the appliance to control the fan. So this works very well. No problems with it. I really like the setup. I like the dial, being able to control the temperature. I haven't used the application or anything. And like I said, it is Alexa and Google compatible. Don't plan on using either one of those. It also has a slot for an SD card. I have no idea what that's for. So anyway, thank you.